Then, of course, we get on to talking about whether or not this is something that would actually be successful. I'm a little bit skeptical. I'm very skeptical because they did allege at the beginning of this complaint that the Petito parents and the Laundrie parents were on good terms. They were all talking. They were great. They were awesome. But that as soon as this whole thing sort of went down, everything unraveled. And basically what they're getting at is that as soon as Brian Laundrie murdered Gabby Petito, he then told his parents and everything changed. And they iced them out essentially. And they could have given them information, but they didn't. So trying to show this element of intent, that they had the purpose of causing them emotional distress. I don't think it's a strong case, as much as I feel for them, because this is like, of course, like I haven't really haven't really gone into the sensitivity of this kind of a case. I understand why they would want to file a lawsuit. I absolutely do. If I were the mom in this case, I probably would. I don't know. I would look at every single avenue, probably, because I can understand that. Well, I don't know that I probably would, but I can definitely understand why they would want to pursue that, because they just lost their daughter and nothing in the world can possibly replace it. And they probably felt very scorned by the other side. They probably really felt like they could have helped and they didn't. And anyhow, I can understand why, and I have a lot of empathy for the situation. But looking at this as a lawyer, taking out my human brain and putting in my robot lawyer brain, this is not not a particularly strong case. And I know that there are a lot of people out there that want this to be a strong case because, of course, somebody died, somebody was murdered, and it's tragic and awful, and they didn't even get to have a criminal trial, right? Because Brian Laundrie then died in whatever kind of circumstances. I don't know. Did they end up determining if it was suicide? I can't remember. But regardless, if you can't even have a trial where you can go through the evidence and have a definitive statement in front of a jury of 12 peers and have them determine whether or not Brian Laundrie actually murdered him, I can understand why there's not much closure in this situation. Oh, I see it in the chat that it was ruled that Brian Laundrie was a suicide by gunshot. Okay. So yes. Yeah. Okay. So but regardless, like I understand that this is a situation that doesn't give them much closure. So I can understand why they would want to file a lawsuit like this. But unfortunately, I don't think that it's I don't think that this is a very strong case. So what do you guys think?